When I booked this apartment for a family trip to Osaka, I thought I found an absolute bargain. Great reviews, plenty of space, close to a station. Well, I didn't realize where it was located. It wasn't really until we were already arrived that I noticed something just felt different. So I decided to do some quick research after we arrived into the apartment, and noticed that the address was in Nishinari. I've never heard of Nishinari before, and let's just say the things I found weren't exactly reassuring. But after spending more than 2 weeks here with my family, the reality turned out to be very different from what I expected. Like most travelers, we wanted somewhere that was affordable, spacious, and convenient. This apartment seemed to tick every box. It was close to the Nankai line as well as the Osaka Metro, had excellent reviews, and offered far more space than similar priced places in central Osaka. At this point, I haven't done any research into the area at all. As far as I was concerned, we simply found a great apartment. It wasn't until after we checked in that I started paying attention to the address, Nishinari. I had no idea what that meant, so while settling into the apartment, I started looking it up. The more I read, the more I started wondering whether I accidentally made a mistake. The awkward part was that we already arrived. There wasn't exactly an easy way to change plans now. Before we talk about our experiences here, we will actually give you an apartment tour first. It was probably one of the nicest places we stayed during the trip. Alright guys, we came up to the floor we're staying at. We are currently staying on the 5th floor. This apartment complex goes up all the way to 9 floors. And honestly, even on the 5th floor, you still get a really beautiful view. You can actually see the Tengachaya Tower as well as Abeno Harasku. Honestly, if you ever see these places at night time, it's even more beautiful. The Tengachaya Tower has a very vibrant light that comes up. Also on this side as well, there is a railway that goes past. It's the Nankai line. So yeah, it's very useful if you're going to the airport or going to Namba, either direction. In terms of like, you might be wondering, can you hear the noise of the train? I don't know, not really. You can hear it a little bit, but like, it wouldn't say how it would bother me, to be honest. But like, you know, sometimes I'm like obviously very tired traveling around, so maybe like I sleep regardless if I can hear like the train or not. But definitely like, you couldn't really hear it that much. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be like too concerned about the train noise here, even though it's quite close to the track. Also on that side as well, you can actually see there's a family mart. It's only like basically like 2 minutes away walking here, so it's really close, really convenient if you want to buy some things. If you go past family mart and just turn left and just walk down maybe about 300 meters or so, or yeah, about 300 meters, you basically come up to the something supermarket. I'm not quite sure what the name actually is, but we've been there loads of times. It has Daiso on the top floor as well. Definitely, like if you want to buy some like reduced groceries, definitely a good place to check out. In terms of train station, if you're using the metro line, it's very close to Hanazono Cho Station. Basically just like next to the supermarket. It's very convenient there. And then if you prefer to go to Tengachaya Station, which is about a 7-minute walk if you walk the opposite way from Hanazono Station. So you definitely got options. So yeah, let's go check inside this apartment room. As you enter the apartment, you come into a very nice genkan area. It's actually quite spacious. You can put like maybe 3 to 4 pairs of shoes here. Actually, we could probably put more. We have actually a pushchair right here. So, and as well as we got 2 suitcases on the left hand side as well. So as you step into the kitchen, on the left hand side, you have a refrigerator slash freezer. The refrigerator at the top is on the top section. It's relatively, I guess say is a decent size. Got all the trays, as well as area for drinks, so it's all good there. And obviously having a freezer is really good because you obviously want to buy some ice cream like we do all the time. So yeah, or just like, you know, some frozen dumplings, you can store that away. And it's quite deep as well, this freezer, so it's really good here. Then above the freezer there is a microwave. It's a Toshiba microwave. Yeah, we use this microwave a lot. It's very convenient, very good. It does the job, you know, that kind of thing. And then above that you have the kettle. It's actually got a fancy kettle here. It's got the Bermuda kettle. It's like very good for making drip coffee. It's just like the way it funnels out the water. Very fancy. Definitely a very good positive here. And then in terms of the kitchen area itself, they've got a very nice large spacious sink. Then it's got a little mug stand here. Comes with 4 cups. And then on the right hand side you got the stove area. It is a gas stove, as well as comes with a saucepan and frying pan. Basically all you need really. I think you've only got 2 pans anyway. It does come with a detachable handle, which is very, actually the first time I actually used it, it's very like a weird experience, I've got to say. I can't quite get used to it, to be honest, I'll say, but like yeah, it's the first time I'm using it. The fire here is really powerful actually. You turn on the left one for the bottom left, it makes a really powerful fire sound. And it heats up very quickly, which is really good. And the right hand side is a little bit, obviously not as big power wise, but it still does the job. Then above here on the, you actually have a fan above the kitchen area itself, and then it's actually got this nice light here as well, turned on if you're washing the dishes. So yeah, it's got a nice light here as well. Also, it has some little storage above the kitchen as well. It's got like crisps, coffee, etc. You know, you just store anything up there, but that's what we choose to store. And then below the kitchen area itself is where like the pipes are, but it's a very spacious area. And also this is where the cutlery is. Before you head into the main bedroom slash living room, as you could call it, on the right hand side, this is where the bathroom exists, as well as the washer and dryer room. You come into here, there is a very nice washing machine here. It is only a washer. It's actually very quick and works very efficiently, this machine. I've got to say, like, we did a lot of washing, apartment supplies, not laundry detergent, but the powder stuff. So definitely very good. I praise them for that, because, you know, going to supermarket and trying to find this stuff, as well as you don't really know the language, definitely is a little bit of a challenge, to be honest. Also, actually in the kitchen area, I forgot to mention, there was a washing up liquid and sponge. And then on the right hand side, we have the sink area. You have a sink here. It's quite a very actually spacious sink. There's apartment supplies you with toothbrush, hand wash, got like all the essentials you need, as well as got some plugs here if you want to use a razor and stuff like that. It's got a light here as well. What's really bright. And then below that, this is where the hairdryer exists. And then on the left hand side, this is where you find the bathroom. This is a more Japanese style bathroom. It has basically a shower area on the left hand side, and then it has a bathtub on the right hand side. Basically a very traditional Japanese bathtub. It's very deep, and that kind of style you normally get in apartments. Also, the apartment supplies shampoo, conditioner and body wash, so very good there. And then on the right hand side of this washer room is where the toilet exists. It's actually a really interesting room, because it's actually a really small, this room, like the way they separate it out. This bidet has a lot of functions as well. I'd say it's more of like a fancier bidet. It's got the bidet functions. You can move the nozzle thing. It's got the heated seats, which is really good. You can change the strength of the bidet, the temperature of the water, and you can change the temperature of the seat. And then also, the one unique feature of this toilet is that as you flush the toilet, it actually has a sink above the toilet, which I don't think I've definitely seen this kind of thing back at home. And I believe you can use this water to wash your hands, and then the water will funnel back down to the toilet, so it saves water that way. Really good feature. And that's about the washer and bathroom done. As you head into the living room slash bedroom, it's actually a very spacious area. On the left hand side, you do have a wardrobe. It's actually a relatively big wardrobe. It's got a table as well if you want to use it, and 2 cushions. The cushion is actually really nice, the circle ones, just sit down on the floor or just use it. Then it has some like storage up at the top if you want to put anything up there. Got supplies of coat hangers, which is good, wooden coat hangers, very sturdy there. The door also closes in like a fancy way. I'm not sure how you could describe this, but fancy way. As you walk further forward, on the left hand side you have the sofa. Actually a very nice sofa. It's got enough seating for 2 people on the sofa. Also, we continue on the left hand side. You have a very long but narrow desk, you could say. Definitely a very good desk, I think. It's very it saves the space of this room very nicely and keeps it like the walking space very nice. And then also above the left hand side of the desk, there is a TV above it. Also has a plant on the table as well. I like that kind of greenery, changes up the little vibe a bit. And then at the back of the room here, it has the air conditioning. It definitely gets very hot in Japan when it comes towards June kind of time, so definitely need it. It's got like all the functions like warm, cold, wind strength, wind direction, etc. That kind of stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, if you used air conditioners before, you know what I'm talking about. And then on the right hand side of the room, you have 2 double beds. Very spacious, very comfortable. I had really good sleep in there. The mattress firmness is, I guess, medium, and the pillows are quite soft here. One unique feature of this bed is that it moves for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I'm not sure if there's a lock at the bottom, but I never actually checked that out. But maybe there is. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's quite a interesting experience, I'd say. Bedside table right in the middle, very convenient if you want to put like the aircon remote or just your phone or like just a book, whatever, that kind of stuff. It's got a lamp there as well, and the apartment does come with a charging dock as well. So it comes with USB-A, and then I think the Japan outlet, the 2-leg ones, I don't know what that's called, but yeah. And then on the right hand side of the right bed, there is a large, very nice light there as well. Behind the beds, there is a nice painting of Suten Kakukawa area. Very nice, we've been there, definitely check that place out, it's very good. But moving on to the most, probably you could say, spectacular part of the room is the balcony. We didn't use the balcony too much. We have a toddler, so it's a little bit dangerous. So yeah, we didn't use that too much, but they take you outside. It has been raining and I'm wearing slippers on, so excuse me, I'm not going to move around too much. But it's like a very nice balcony. You can see over, kind of similar view of what I talked about earlier. I've got a drying rack here as well if you want to dry your clothes here. Quite a wide rack actually. Overall, I can just tell you it's a really nice view. You know, after a long day out in Japan, just have a nice cold drink. I don't drink alcohol, but like, you know, have a coffee or something like that and just observe Abe no Harasku or Suten Kaku Tower. So, you know, very nice here. One of our first experiences in the neighborhood happened completely by chance. We were shopping at a local supermarket when an older gentleman on a mobility scooter noticed our toddler. He started pulling funny faces and trying to make her laugh. What made it even funnier was that we kept bumping into him throughout the store. Every time we crossed paths, he smiled, waved, or tried to get another reaction. It was such a small interaction, but after everything I've been reading online, it wasn't the first expression I was expecting. Sometimes it's the smallest moments that shape your impression of a place. A few days later, we needed to take the JR line, so we decided to walk from our apartment to Shin-Imamiya Station. To be honest, this was the walk I was most curious about. By this point, I read quite a lot about Nishinari online, so all of these stories were sitting in the back of my mind. The atmosphere felt very different from what we experienced in Tokyo. The streets were quieter, there were fewer tourists, it felt much more local. Because I didn't really know the area yet, I found myself walking a little quicker than normal. Not because anything had happened, more because I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Looking back, I think the unfamiliarity was affecting me more than the reality. Nothing happened during that walk, but it did make me realize how much our expectations can be shaped before we even experience a place ourselves. I do want to make one thing clear. Nishinari is a large ward, and not every part is the same. We were staying near Tengachaya, not in the area around Shin-Imamiya that many people associate with Nishinari's reputation. So this video isn't claiming we stayed in the roughest part of Osaka. It's simply our experience staying in this part of Nishinari as a family. So after spending 2 weeks here, would I stay here again? Well, I think it depends. Our apartment was clean, spacious, and excellent value for money. We met friendly locals, had convenient access to public transport, and it gave us a chance to experience a quieter, more residential side of Osaka. If based on these reasons, I definitely would say yes, I'll stay here again. But our itinerary was a little bit more complicated. I wouldn't say this location is perfect for everyone. If your plan is to use Osaka as a base for day trips to places like Kyoto, Kobe, or Okayama, you need to allow a little extra travel time to reach Shin-Osaka Station for the Shinkansen compared with staying in areas like Namba or Umeda. If you don't mind the extra travel time, then it's absolutely fine. But if you're planning a longer stay in Osaka, want more space, and are looking to keep accommodation costs down, I think this area offers really good value. This trip reminds me how easy it is to let an area's reputation shape your expectation before you experience it for yourself. Our stay near Tengachaya ended up being one of the biggest surprises of our trip. Not because it was perfect, but because it was challenged the assumptions I made after reading about Nishinari online. I'm not saying everyone's experience will be the same, and I'm certainly not trying to speak for the whole Nishinari. I'm simply sharing what our family experienced during our stay, and based on that experience, I'll happily stay here again. If you consider staying near Tengachaya and you found yourself reading the same comments and discussion that I did, I hope this video has given you another perspective to help you decide what's right for your own trip. If you're planning a trip to Japan or just enjoying discovering places beyond the usual tourist spots, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. We've still got loads more Japanese videos coming out from this trip, including hidden gems, family-friendly attractions, food, shopping, and honest reviews to help you plan your own visit. So if that sounds like something you enjoy, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out the next adventure. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ja, mata ne. Bye bye.